Okay, what is the secret? What is the idea to check the tolerance in between the bearings and the clamping?
Plastigage.
The idea is verify that I don't have too much play. What happens when the metals of the bearings, the white metal is gone?
It's worn out. You'll have a knocking.
You have a knocking. Taka, 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 taka. This is an indication that this babbitt, this soft metal disappear. For what reason that soft metal disappear?
No lubrication.
Yeah, lack of lubrication. Lack of lubrication or dirty oil. Oil contaminated. Or water in the oil. What is the symptom when this metal, this soft metal disappear, the babbitt? What is the symptom in the engine?
Knock sensor.
Loss of power. And in the gauge, the oil pressure gauge goes down dramatically. In some engines, the engine runs a little, but when you try to accelerate, the engine and shut down. Because the oil pressure switch located in the bracket where the oil filter is located, open the current for the fuel injection pump and off, the engine stops. Okay? I need to verify that the tolerance in between the bearings and the metal of the crankshaft is perfect. This is the most important part in the assembly of the engine. The quality of the bearings, the quality of the piston rings, the quality of the head gasket, and the quality of the valves. Here, the quality of this material is important. If not, the oil pressure is down. That's clear? Remember, you have 3 gauge: temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge, and exhaust gas temperature. You need to verify those temperatures continue. You drive the boat, but you check temperature. The temperature should be around Captain. The temperature should be around, Dr. Captain.
160.
Around 180. 180. The pressure, the oil pressure on the engine should be around in between 40 and 60.
How you drive boat?
And the exhaust gas temperature should be around,
240.
that depends on the manufacturer, but it's around 220, depends on the manufacturer. But you need to be familiarized with those range of pressure and temperature in my engine. That's correct? Okay, this one is, in my opinion, the most important. Pay attention. Suppose that I have low oil pressure. Normally the people say, oh no, this is the oil, I need to change the oil. I am going to flush the oil and flush the oil for new one. But the oil pressure, okay, increase a little, but 20 minutes later decrease again with the new oil. Okay, this is an indication that the problem is not the oil. Oh, I am going to change the oil pump. I remove the oil pan, and in some cases it's easy remove the oil pump. Okay, you put a new oil pump and the problem continues, low oil pressure. Where is the problem? It's here. How can I know before I disassemble the engine if the bearings are where?
Oil analysis.
Oil sample analysis. I take a sample of the oil, I send to the laboratory, and I analyze that report with my poster, the poster of the oil sample analysis. If you find a lot of zinc, lead, aluminum, more than the recommended, this is an indication that those elements, the soft metal is out, and you need to rebuild the engine.
What if the person did like an oil change right before you came and he was still having the same issue? Can you still do an oil sample? It still show up if it was just
Always, I recommend in a typical inboard marine diesel engine, take twice per year, minimum once per year, an oil sample analysis. At the end of the year, I recommend take a sample of oil. And immediately you receive the report, you will be a doctor at the end of this class, and you can write a report for the captain or the manager of the boat. And you say, I found that in the report from the laboratory, a lot of nickel. For that reason, I recommend repair what? If you find a lot of nickel. Nickel. You remember what is the material for the heat exchanger? The copper nickel alloy 9010. Nickel, a lot of nickel, you have a problem with the heat exchanger. I recommend check the heat exchanger. I found that a lot of phosphorus. Oh, the bearings of the turbo are wear. I recommend do service in the turbo as soon as possible. I recommend a lot of chromium. Piston rings, wear piston rings and crankshaft. I recommend a lot of vanadium crankshaft. I recommend a lot of titanium cylinder liner, okay? According with the metal dispersed, if you find those amounts over the limit, this is an indication that that element is damaged. And you can report, send a report to the manager. This is important, my friends. What happens if one day in the middle of the ocean, the engine is overheated? Immediately the captain with the engineer, hey my friend, what happened? Hey papi, I sent to you 6 months ago this email. I never received. Yeah, I have the copy that you received. And the manager of the boat received the other copy. I recommend remove the turbo and you never pay attention. 2 months later, I sent again other email. Remove the turbo and you never order remove the turbo. And now the turbo is damaged in the middle of the ocean. This is not my fault, okay? Always, always, always right. The oil sample analysis is the best report. Good, my friends? Okay. To check the tolerance of the bearings, the most important tool is the plastic gauge. The plastic gauge are those pieces of plastic. It's a filament in plastic like this, but the plastic in different thickness and different colors. One in green color, and the thickness of the green one, the thickness of this in one side is in between 0.001 and 0.003 for the green, and the red one, the tolerance is in between 0.002 to 0.00 inches. In the other side are the measurements in millimeters, okay? If your manual is in millimeters, metric, you have all the measurement in millimeters in one side and inches in the other side. According with the tolerance in the service manual of your engine, you select this or this or this. That's okay? For this engine, this is the tolerance recommended. Okay, we are going to verify. The tolerance recommended here is around 0.025. We are going to check with this if this is okay. All right, what is the procedure? The procedure is clean the area, clean the surface properly in both sides. Of course, you can do this with the crankshaft on place. With the crankshaft, because we are going to do measurements in these journals and also in those journals. What is the name of those journals? This one, this one, this one, and this one. Main journals. Those are the journals where the crankshaft is bolted on the block. And what is the name of those journals?
Secondary, no.
Secondary, no. Cramping journals. Cramping because the connecting rod is connected over there. That's okay? Cramping journals and main journals. Each one have a different tolerance according with the manual. Now we are going to check the journals of the connecting rods or cramping journals. But in your project, we are going to check both of them. The journals here, in the main journals, the tolerance, and the tolerance on the crampings. Let me explain something. Look at this. Suppose that I take the measurement here. What is the idea? I am going to install a piece of this plastic here. In the middle of this. And after that, I am going to tie it according with the torque specification. After that, I am going to remove the metal and I am going to check the deformation of the plastic. How much was the deformation? I am going to cut it, one piece of this, and they have in different colors. The big one, the green, the deformation is 0.025 millimeters. The second one, 0.038. The third one, yeah? That's okay. According with this manual, should be with the Y one, the second one. With the Y one. Follow me, my friends. Okay, now I check the deformation. Oh no, the deformation is with the first one. Too much deformation. Or the deformation is nothing, it's practically the first one. What happens if the deformation, the recommended is that one, the Y one bigger. And when I check the deformation is the smaller Y. Practically nothing. What is the meaning of that?
Bearings are bad.
Too much play. Too much play. I need to replace those bearings for other one with higher measurement, oversized. That's clear? Oh, Mr. Lopez, when I check the deformation is more than the recommended, it's bigger. Those bearings are too thick. You need that measurement undersized. Everybody follow me? You order the bearings, you receive the new ones. You check with the plastic gauge. And the deformation is too much. You need return and order the same measurement undersized. Everybody follow me? What happens if I install the engines with those bearings too thick?
Heat up.
The film of oil in between is perfect,
Nope.
and suddenly you have lack of lubrication in one of those. That's clear, my friends? Some people say, I received all the parts, new one, from the manufacturer, from the machine shop. I don't need verify nothing. Oh, really, Bobby? You install like this? Yes. You never check the gap of the piston rings? No, because it's new. You never check the measurement of the cylinder liner with respect to the diameter of the piston? Never, Mr. Lopez. You are a blessed guy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Only imagine this, my friends. In this business, everything is big. You repair a big diesel engine like this. You finish today, the sea trail is tomorrow. You never verify measurements, and 3 days later, they are in Barbados, in Venezuela, in Panama, and they call to you because one piston is locked. Because of high temperature. In one cylinder, the engine continues running and destroyed one piston, one cylinder completely. Can you imagine what happened with you, with your career, my friends? No, you cannot imagine. This is a catastrophic situation. What happens if you work in a cruise company and the boat right now is in Panama with one engine destroyed and 120 people in the boat?
They extend your stay.
They need return the money, they need paid a lot of, that's not good. And your reputation goes down. Because after that, they call other company to check what happened. And the company said, oh, who installed that crankshaft? Those bearings are out of limit for this or... Hey, my friend, you verify? No, because I received new ones, but you verify? No? Okay. All right? Okay. We are going to check. I installed that one here.
You cut that piece right there off?
Yeah, I cut it. And now I am going to install, this is the piston, yep, that's the piston here. Okay, no grease. If the crankshaft is on place, Never rotate the crankshaft because you move it, the plastic. Can you select 40 pounds? Can you help to him, please? 40 pounds.
But you gotta do 20, no. 30.
Yeah, you are right. I start with 30, put 30, and after that 40. Put 30. You have a deep socket 12, please. Mr. Lopez, I don't need this theory. I need destroy the engine. No, but no. You need the theory. Destroy the engine is easy. This is 1 minute. Okay, and now 30. Okay, guys. According with the manual, the torque specification is 40. And now 40. Now I am ready to remove the bearing. Okay, follow me. Look at the deformation of the plastic. You see? And now we are going to verify. You see? It's 0.0. That one, look, the second one, 0.002. The recommendation is in between 0.002 and 0.0025. That one is great, no? You see?
Right.
This is perfect. Okay, pay attention. Everybody follow me? According with the manual, this is good. Those bearings are the proper bearings for this crankshaft. Hey, my friend, pay attention. Suppose that I found it that in this piston and this piston, in this piston and this piston, the deformation of the plastic is practically nothing. In the other two pistons, in each side is good. What is the meaning of that? The deformation in this and this is practically nothing.
The bearings.
Too much play. And in this one and this one, it's good. That's not normal, no? All of them should be equal. All of them should be equal. What is the meaning of that? That the crankshaft was bended. What was the cylinder with corrosion and water entering? Oh, was that cylinder. That situation produced a bending on the crankshaft. If you have that situation, you need remove the crankshaft, send to the machine shop, and they verify in the machine shop if the crankshaft can be repaired or not. All the measurements should be equal. Everybody follow me? You enjoy the explanation? It's clear? Difficult? Use the Plastigage procedure?
No.
Of course, after that you remove that plastic. You remove that plastic, you clean, and you put it back, the piston